Welcome everyone. How's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for coming from the opening party. I know overrun, and thank you all for coming to see my panel. This is actually my first panel at this convention. I have run a few panels at other conventions, so a bit nervous. It says first time here, but I'm sure you're going to be a good crowd. I'm actually here today to talk about a very serious subject. Actually, I'm here to talk about Pokemon. But when a subject as big as Pokemon, I don't think a 1 hour panel could ever justify it. There's things I wanted to talk about in this panel, I just didn't have time for. I didn't even attempt to try and put it in. So I do apologise if some people have come to see me talk about certain things, and I don't talk about them much. It's not that I necessarily don't like them, it's just, it was so big, I was just trying to get in as much, what I've found interesting, and hopefully most of the history. So right, let's start our panel. What is a Pokemon, you may ask? Well, actually, the word Pokemon comes from two words when you put words together. One of the words is
Pokemon.
pocket, and the other one is monster. That makes the words
Pokemon.
Pokemon. This name is actually still, to this day, used in Japan. The game is still referred to as Pocket Monsters. But the reason we can't call them Pocket Monsters is actually because of, this is the game of it, but this was like figurines before. A series called A Monster in My Pocket, and when they heard this Pokemon's coming out, they said, can't call it Pocket Monsters because it sounds too much like what we're doing. So that is literally why Pokemon has never been referred to officially as Pocket Monsters in the English language. So I thought I'd put that in to start us off. So some Pokemon are based on real animals. You may have seen that fellow walking around earlier. I may have had something to do with that. I may not have. Some are based on everyday items. We have Trubbish here, who is a bag of rubbish. Yeah, there is literally a Pokemon that's a bag of rubbish.
So it's trash, basically.
Yeah, it's trash. It's essentially Sword Art Online, the Pokemon game. I do actually do like Sword Art Online. I do like Sword Art Online. That's why I said it about anime. I actually like. Yeah, so it's trash. There's actually a Pokemon based on an ice cream. So that was the other one I was thinking of, but I thought no, the one that's based on rubbish. And others. It's like a letter. There's like some really out there designs. So let's see. Our story begins with this man, Satoshi Tajiri. I'm going to call him Satoshi because I'm probably going to butcher his name. He was actually born. Has the same birthday as me. Of course, I was not born that year, but I was born a lot later. But actually doing this panel, I found that out. I never knew that I actually shared the birthday with the Pokemon creator. I remember this picture quite heavily appearing in media. This is sort of the go-to picture they would feature in like magazines at the time, saying, this is the guy who made Pokemon. This is kind of like the one photo they seem to have. There's a lot more photos of him now, but... So, he grew up, and as I say, I'm really sorry if I butcher some Japanese word, in Machichori, that was a suburb in Tokyo. He has actually had Asperger's syndrome, but he never really publicly spoke about it, but he has confirmed that he does actually suffer from it. I found quite interesting. Myself, as a young boy, he actually really loved to hunt bugs. And you think this is actually quite a big thing in Japan. A lot of people hunt bugs. There's actually bug catching tournaments, there's actually, in Gold and Silver, there's actually a tournament for that in the actual game. So he would spend his days, catching bugs. And he became so well known that literally his main name became Dr. Bug. But unfortunately, the unthinkable happened one day. Unfortunately, where he used to hunt for bugs was paved way to make apartments and other buildings, including shopping centres. I just typed in the name of the city, so I don't know if that's the exact place that was the place he was, but I just thought I'd put a picture of the town there to symbolise this. So he now didn't have his first love of bugs, but he did find new loves, that was video games. Of course, this coming into the 70s and 80s now, video games become a more popular thing. In Japan, when there was like there literally was yens, I think 100 yens shortages because people was putting so many 100 gens into actual Space Invader machines. So he'd actually normally skip school, a course that would not make his parents very happy. They were not very happy about this. And he got so good at Space Invaders that one of the places actually gave him the machine. Not like sold it, gave him the machine. He got that benefit. So he went to Tokyo National College of Technology for 2 years. His dad wanted him to become an electrical unit repairman, but Satoshi, our good friend, only had one love: video games. He would actually go on to win a video game design contest that was actually sponsored by Sega, who, of course, are one of Nintendo's biggest rivals, because they have so many rivals these days. So this is where Game Freak was born, essentially. He started out as a magazine made by Satoshi and his friends, and he would even team up with Ken Sugamari, who would actually later become the man to actually design Pokemon. And I've actually been lucky enough to meet him at a Pokemon event back when Black and White was released. And he also said he created the human characters. So this is where Satoshi would learn about how to make games. And he felt that he could make better games than the games on the market. So this is where he started to try and make games for what was known as the family computer, or the Famicom, more better known to all of us as the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System. And that's where he started learning to program for it. And this is where his first game came out. That was called Quincy. That was a puzzle game. Here's an advert for it. So that was his first game for the Famicom. So this is where Pokemon essentially was born. 2 years later, after the first game, he made Game Freak the name of his video game company. And this is the early 90s, where with Game Boy it would come to popularity. You can see the Game Boy here. Of course, hopefully a lot of you will remember these. I do have very fond memories of these. To play a two-player game, of course, you have to connect it to a cable. And he saw two children playing with this game, with the Game Boy. And he sort of saw those two cables, and he thought bugs sort of going from one to the other. So now was coming back into his first love when he was a child, catching bugs. And so this gave him an idea, a very big idea. This is where Nintendo come in. He pitched the idea of Pokemon to Nintendo, even though they didn't quite get it. And this is where they would actually give him, his Game Freak, some money to start producing this game. Because at the time, the Game Boy really, there was sort of very small games for it, stuff like Tetris, the Mario Land games. They were very sort of small games, I'd say. They're not very big, they're very simple, and they wanted to make something a bit more complex with the Game Boy, so show off what it is we actually do. So this is where we would meet this man, Shigeru Miyamoto, who is actually a very important man. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know who he is. He is the creator of Mario, Zelda, and he's probably one of the greatest game designers ever. Actually, probably is the greatest game designer ever. So in this time, he actually became Satoshi's mentor. And a nice little nod to this was that actually, in the Japanese version of Pokemon, Gary is essentially called, actually named after him. And actually is named after Satoshi, the creator, as a little bit of a joke. Unfortunately, this was not all amazing in the development of the first games. Game Freak ran out of money quite frequently because what they're doing really hadn't been achieved before. This was really quite big what they were doing. So luckily they had a good relationship with Nintendo, so Nintendo would still send them a lot of smaller projects to work on so they could make money. So essentially Pokemon had to keep being in development and out of development. So essentially Pokemon spent 6 years in development. A few games here that they made during this time. That one there, Yoshi or Mario and Yoshi, as I believe it was called in the UK. I actually had that as a kid. That's actually a very fun. Puzzle game. That's a Mario spin-off. There's Jerry Boy. That's another puzzle game. This one here I find quite right at the bar, has Wario on it and Mario wearing a bucket. This is actually a very interesting name called Mario and Wario. And if you may remember in the first game, if you go up to a Super Nintendo, I think it is in Copycat's house, you read, there's a game inside with Mario wearing a helmet. That is the game it's actually referencing. This game never actually came out outside of Japan. So that was something I always found quite amusing. And they also made a game for Sega called Pop Smash. So they weren't necessarily always exclusive to Nintendo. But over the years, those games got them money, and eventually all their hard work paid off. And this is, I guess, where our story truly starts. Pokemon Generation 1, 1996. Welcome to Kanto, the very first region. And these are the first two games. Now, some of you may go, maybe I have a little bit of Mandela effect here. I'm pretty sure I remember it being Pokemon Red and Blue. Don't worry, I'll explain that in a minute. The first games were released on the 27th of February 1996 after many delays. You could catch 150 Pokemon over those games. The idea being you essentially have to have both versions to get all the Pokemon, because some Pokemon were only available in green, others were only available in red. There was also one more Pokemon of interest. And this is how you trade. Actually, I used one from Diamond and Pearl. That's the only trade screen I could find. So here are our protagonists. In Japanese, they are referred to as red and green, but of course, in English, green is referred to as blue due to something that I'll go into. These are our two protagonists. Red, the one with the hot throwing Pokeball, which is the item that Pokemon is kept in, is the main protagonist, and green is your rival. This is Professor Oak. He likes to ask whether people are boys or girls. That sort of became a meme. This doesn't. It actually doesn't. That's the first thing he likes to ask people. I like this in the original art. I always loved how he's wearing slippers, like Grandpa's. I just always, and they changed it in the anime, and I was like how he just in the game art, he's just like, no, just leave me alone. He's just chilling.
Well, there's loudness in his house.
Yeah, he actually made me clogs. Looking at that, he's wearing socks underneath there. I always wear slippers.
Yeah, remind you, he might be wearing his slippers in his laboratory.
Yeah, true, that does make a lot of sense. These are the starters. Of course, there was Charmander, who of course become Charmeleon, and then become Charizard. That's a lot of people's favourite Pokemon. Then there was Bulbasaur. That I always called the one nobody wanted, but I'm sure people A tough crowd!
All have equal appeal.
No, we all have equal appeal.
I call it Brachiosaurus Rex.
That would eventually become an Ivysaur, and then a Venusaur. And yes, it does. It actually does have some very good features to it. And I actually do like all breed stuff. And of course, the last one, that is the one I picked as a child, and my very first Pokemon, which is Squirtle. And I've always picked a Water starter ever since. Here comes a Wartortle, and of course the very powerful Blastoise afterwards. You'd have to go around fighting this crazy lot of guys. They'd be known as gym leaders, and each one would have a different type of Pokemon. So our first one, there's Brock. He has a Rock type Pokemon, Brock. Yeah, really good pun there. Then there's Misty. She'd have a Water type Pokemon and shoots hard. Then there was Electronic. Then there was Surge.
The important thing is he can get it.
Yeah. Then there was Eriko, who had grass types. Forgot the next one. Koga, thank you. Koga, who had poison type. Sabrina, that had a really freaky episode in the anime. Actually, some of the best episodes in the anime. Who had psychic type and she was hard. Then there was Blaine, that was a total joke and a pushover. And then there is the guy at the end, Giovanni, that's essentially the main thing. That is like the big thing. You have many encounters with Giovanni, because Giovanni actually runs an evil organisation in the game. Called Team Rocket. Has anyone ever seen these guys before?
Who's best team?
Best team. Best team.
That doesn't
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a. I think there's a team. I think there's a team that's recently come out that is slightly better. I get that. But of course, you can't hate on the Rocket. These are Rocket. They were sort of around being a pain in the backside, always wanted to fight you just before you were at Pokemon Center, meaning your Pokemon died, or you have to go back to start. You have to go to their dance party, what I call it, where you not some very annoying puzzles, but no, they actually fight. And they have these nice little costumes. Then once you got all through the gyms and defeated Team Rocket, you would fight these guys, the Elite Four. And he was essentially another set of bosses, just like the gym, but you'd have to do it one after the other. So you have to make sure you stocked up on all your potions.
Am I old enough to ask what he's doing to his fighting Pokemon?
That is very badly photoshopped. I think he's looking at his balls. He's holding his balls.
Which one? His left or his right?
I don't know. Ask him next time you see him.
Match
Next time you
who's
see him.
Volcom.
And of course there was this guy that in a way helped Pokemon find its popularity, because when it came out it wasn't the masses hit in Japan. But then the rumour about this little fellow popped up. Oh, there's Pokemon that you can't actually get in the game. This little guy, this Mew guy. And of course there's actually a lot of talk about Mew in the actual game. There's actually a Pokemon called Mewtwo that's actually a clone of Mew. So there's been so many rumours how to catch Mew. There is actually kind of a legit way to do it, but it kind of involves screwing around with the game a bit. And I'm not going to go into it now, it's very complex. I have done it, and it took a while. But there was always this crazy rumour that if you found this, there was a van that was hidden, and if you went to this Team Rocket member with a level 100 Nino King, he would give you a key for that, and Mew would be underneath. And you hear all these other crazy, this is the playground, you'd be like, oh, and did you hear about this other Pokemon, Missing Number? Oh, Missing Number. It's like the most powerful Pokemon. It totally doesn't screw with your game. Don't catch Missing Number. You're going to have a bad side if you catch Missing Number. Missing Number was essentially a glitch Pokemon. That's a lot of interesting happened. So this is actually the art for Pokemon Red and Green in Japan. It's, again, my favourite one is Mew. Look at that. He's like, please kill me now. all I would say is, at least Ivysaur is like on all fours. That always annoyed the heck out of me as a kid when he was just standing up. It was like, on all twos. Like, that doesn't make no sense. He never does it in the game or anything out of media. So yeah, the art wasn't good. So sort of a remastered version was released called Pokemon Blue. This was released like. Originally, it was actually only available from one magazine if you ordered it, but later on actually did become more publicly available in other shops. There'll also be another re-release of the original games. This would be Pokemon Yellow. This one was more fit to follow the story of the anime. The main thing, really one of the main selling points is instead of picking your starter, you are forced to play as Pikachu. Pikachu has its good points, but it made the game a lot harder, especially at Starbucks. But yeah, this game, but Pikachu actually follow you around, and there was a few different stories, such as Jesse and James actually appearing in the game, as they don't actually appear in the games, and some other cool little Easter eggs in the TV show. Right. Let's talk about Pokemon manga. Just look at that. This is Nightmare Fuel, and that's the only image I got from it. Pokemon the manga. There is a lot of Pokemon manga, and literally I could just do a panel just talking about Pokemon manga. There is like Pokemon Adventures. Then there was this really weird adaptation of a TV series that I actually read as a kid that had lots of. Literally every female character had big boobs now. And they had to edit it in the UK when it was released. In this version, Pokemon actually talked. Yes. They don't talk, they always normally say the names, so like Pika or Clefairy. But this one they flat out talk. Clefairy is actually the starter this time. And this was the starter of the main characters. They were very lazy and just made up Pokemon that don't even exist, who just randomly show up. A Pokemon can also put a Digimon in this. Clefairy and Pikachu evolve, and then the next chapter they're like, well, we don't want to be Raichu anymore. I'm going back to being a big... And they just flat out, no explanation, just, oh, well... Which you can't do unless it's a Mega Evolution that we'll get onto later, that cannot happen in the game. This manga was really going to be the basis of the actual anime. And they kind of looked at it and went, we don't really like Clefairy as the mascot because it's pink. And boys won't like pink. But then as Pikachu was the second main character, like, oh, that Pikachu would do, that would be the main character, eh? And this happened. It's encouraged, it's actually mandatory.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all to choose. I know you'll pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
That's a single portion over. Honestly, I was originally going to pit you to Japanese opening. I'm so glad I didn't. So the anime stuff then.
You could spell Pikachu correctly.
Someone always. It first aired on TV Tokyo in 1997, and on April 1st, and that is no joke. There was only going to be one series. There was just going to be one series, but it's still running to this day because it's that popular, that popular. They said, no, you can't end it, you can't end it. We don't care if you wrote an ending. Then it was going to end after the second series that actually was going to end a really epic Pokemon war that would feature humans fighting against Pokemon with Pikachu and Meowth leading the Pokemon revolution. This never happened because it sounded dark, and I would have loved to have seen that considering how dull sometimes the anime can get. No offense, I do like the anime in places, but other places. These are our heroes. I've actually put this up. So Satoshi is actually called Satoshi being referenced to the creator. Takashi's rock. And this, could you notice these two as the first two gym leaders? They were essentially like Kazumi, that's it. Essentially they were like, oh dear, the main character kind of has someone to talk to, and in a game you don't really have anyone to talk to. Yeah. Oh, Pikachu! You understand me, Pikachu? Oh my God! So they were like, we can't just have one guy wandering around and yeah, not like they did it in Pokemon. It wasn't like they did it in that other Pokemon anime that's actually really good. Just have the main character, just wander around. Pokemon, I've just picked out some of the Pokemon that I feel heavily feature in the film. Of course, the Pikachu, that we've mentioned a few times. Togepi, that essentially was Misty's. So, yeah, I always felt Togepi really cute. It was actually a Gen 2 Pokemon that is sort of stuck in there as a Gen 2 coming soon. Why Gen 2 when it comes out? The other main characters are Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. These were, of course, the starters in the original game. Ash catches all three of these. I know. Why is it who has a child? Like, why does he get them all? I only get one of them.
Main character.
Main character syndrome. Yeah, he does. Charmander actually evolves all the way to his final form. The other two just sort of go, nah.
Charmander's a little bit.
Yeah, Charmander. Yeah. When he's a Charmander, he's totally fine. And then he just goes, oh, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I don't care if it's I don't care this has been 80 episodes. I'm just going to fall asleep. Yeah. Oh, Ash loses Pokemon. And I'm like, I played the game. You don't lose because your Pokemon fell asleep. Another character that I thought was very... Yeah, oh god, don't get me started on that season. Okay, Butterfree. Butterfree. Butterfree is essentially, Ash catches this little catty. Is his first Pokemon. He evolves all the way to its final form. But Ash decided, I think episode 18 it is, that Butterfree needed to fly the nest and have a family of its own. And they have a very emotional episode with a very sad song playing where Butterfree needs. And we learned as a child, I learned as a child. Oh my god. Still can't get over that. And I bought Onyx because how many of those situations they could have got out if they freaking just used Onyx? They're in a hole. Oh no, we're in a hole. What shall we do? Got an Onyx. Yeah, true. That's actually a good. But I feel it's big. It's going, going to kind of just, Yeah, I think they should use Onyx a lot more. That's what I'm saying. There was
The number of holes they fell in.
Those holes. As I said, the Pokemon do say goodbye. Of course, the Butterfree I'm talking about. Togepi finally at one point flies the nest. There's a very emotional episode where they fake her out and pretty much make Pikachu leave, but she's come back at the end. And of course, even pretty much every Pokemon Ash owns, except for Pikachu, eventually, of course, Bulbasaur and Squirtle, who are pretty much two of the mainstays, do eventually go on to, their own things. I think Squirtle becomes a firefighter and then Bulbasaur just lays around.
Well, it doesn't make it's like the Princess Team Skull, the Squirtle Squad.
Okay, we have to talk about the villains who kind of do steal the show. I actually do have what they are based upon. I know they're not based upon the anime, but I always felt they had a lot of the influences came from them as pre-villains, always doing wacky things. We have Jesse, James, and of course, Meowth, who is a talking Pokemon. He's the only Pokemon in the whole universe. The only normal Pokemon. There's a few legendaries that somehow talk. The only normal Pokemon.
They use Psychic most of the time.
Yeah, you're using Psychic. Like, I'm magic and I can talk about my mouth moving. Like, okay. Meowth can just talk. Just sound and talk. Makes lots of makes lots of jokes. He's probably one of the funniest. There's actually, I think this was a leftover from when it was the original manga. For some reason they said, oh no, Meowth talks. They do good. Actually, there's a good episode. They explain why he talks. So they do.
Does Team Rocket need a brain? And it's Meowth.
Yes. And of course, the big boss, Giovanni. This is who they work for. He sort of just shows up. He's like, I'm very upset. Maybe one day I will punish you. And then walks off. And there were these guys. Of course, Professor Oak appeared in it without his slacks. Just reading his shoes now. Gary Oak, who of course is based on Green and Blue. Ash's mum, who was just there and be like, don't forget to brush your teeth. Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy.
Yeah, which one's parent?
Yes, exactly. Every town you go to, there'll be an Officer Jenny and a Nurse Joy, kind of making a joke going, hey, they're using the same character in every town. But it turned out, they actually in the anime is saying, no, I have a load of sisters also called Jenny, and I also have a load of sisters called Joy. And they all have the same profession. And there was a running gag that Brock would fall in love with them no matter. The second he saw them, he'd just be like, there's a great episode where Team Rocket pretend to be Joy, and he's like, well, I normally freak out when Joy's here. Totally normal. And it turns out Team Rocket goes, oh, that's why I didn't freak out, because my Joy Nito is that good. Of course, at the bottom, you've got this little toe rag. I don't really like it. Okay, this is another character essentially as Ash was based upon Red in the game. I feel this character is also kind of big because he actually wears an outfit representing Red. He is essentially a rival that actually is written in a few episodes before he has to fight Ash, and he's essentially the guy who kills Ash's dream. And he has his own Pikachu. Yes.
The first one.
The first one. There's many more. There's many more of Ash's dreams getting killed. And he has his own little Pikachu called Sparkius. Pretty sure it's been a while since I've seen it. we have to talk about the Polygon the Electric Soldier incident.
You got the video?
No, because P-chan told me that they don't want the lawyers out.
Oh.
Because apparently the lawyers were at another UK anime con.
Too soon.
Controversial. Literally, there was an episode that aired in Japan, only ever in Japan, and due to this, what pretty much happened was there was flashing lights on the screen, and unfortunately, a lot of children had to go to hospital. And in all seriousness, I've actually unfortunately had a friend die due to a seizure. Yeah, well, he brought me down, but of course, it's not good because you don't want people getting ill watching your show. So of course, Pokemon was heavily punished for this. It was a 3-second clip where there was some very flashing lights. Essentially, they turned straight around to TV Tokyo and said, "You have to come off air. You know, we can't have you on. You're gonna have to look to see what happened." This meant a Christmas episode that was meant to air the next week had to be shown a year later. Even though there was some pretty big, like, such as Charmander being there, even though he'd evolved into Charizard in a year time, being there. A New Year's episode has actually never seen the light of day because of this. I believe to be an eclipse show, according to reports I've read, but essentially, an episode has never seen the light of day due to this incident. Polygon was essentially banned from ever appearing in the anime. This is the episode it was about. The weird thing is he was allowed the odd little cameo, it just wasn't allowed to be a main character in the episode. But the weird thing was Polygon 2 and Z, that were the evolved forms of Polygon, were never allowed to show up in the anime. They're the only 2 Pokemon, except for a small cameo in one of the movies where every Pokemon appears on screen at once, that actually never appear in any single episode. This episode has been banned from ever airing again in any country. It actually has been dubbed. They have confirmed it. The voice actors have confirmed it. But the Japanese government essentially have put a ban on the episode of it ever happening, airing. Anyway, even being released on DVD or home media.
They can't even think of reworking the episode.
No, they said they did that. They reworked it. They said that we'll rework it, and they just said no. Too many bad memories. So I know it's a bit crazy. I think they would rework it, but that was that serious. This event would actually be parodying both The Simpsons and South Park. In the episode where The Simpsons go to Japan, they are watching an anime, watching flashing lights that causes them all to have a seizure. In the Shin Pokemon episode, that is an episode of The Simpsons that literally takes the mick out of Pokemon the entire time. Actually, very good. South Park. South Park takes the mick out of Pokemon. Literally, there is a scene where Kenny has a seizure because Kenny has to die. Over time, there was different variations of the anime because the characters, Misty eventually leaves and then Brock eventually leaves. There was one for each generation, said that was the Ruby Sapphire, done for Pearl. Then there was Best Wishes. That was the reason it's called Best Wishes because it's a really funny pun in Japanese. But I don't get. And then of course X and Y, I would actually say it's one of the better series. They actually did some quite nice things for it. And then they kind of go a full, this happened. They literally say it's a nice series because Yokai Watch is popular. I probably not to talk about Yokai Watch in this panel. I'm sorry. I do like Yokai.
Are they feeling it dabbing?
Yeah, he's sort of doing his own dab. He's like, yeah, like, no, that's actually.
They're doing a Z move.
They're doing a Z move. It actually plays. Right. Pokemon actually has movies. I know. It's like this is popular. Let's put it in the cinema. There's actually been a Pokemon movie every year since 1998, and non-stop. They've not like stopped for a year. They carried on. I mean, there's other series like Shin-Chan, Doraemon, who have always had films as well, but I said this is one of the others that have always got a film. The first film was actually released here in the cinemas in the UK. Except for 3 and 4 barely had a release. I didn't get to see 3 in the cinemas. I know, still breaks my heart every day. But the new movie that's coming out this year is actually going to be set about at the start, and I think it's trying to start maybe a new canon. Here is actually the trailer for one of the trailers for it. まだ見ぬ世界、まだ見
仲間新たな旅が始まる
That's Japanese. The original one.
劇場版ポケットモンスター君に決めた
So essentially, it's going to go right back to the start and start its own canon. We're not sure. There actually has been another trailer released since. This got released like the day before the panel. And it looks like it's mostly going to be set around the events of the first episode or so, but would have more of the ho-ho that Ashi's at the end of the first episode. So hopefully that will be really good when it comes out. And maybe, you know, get some sort of better UK release. Right, Satoshi was not the biggest fan of the anime because he didn't like the fact that Ash sort of went in a circle every time. And he sort of wanted it to be a lot more like the actual game, saying, you know, Gold's a person, why don't you make it about him? So they kind of did. He sort of got his, essentially he didn't write the manga, but he got someone else to write more what he wanted the Pokemon anime to be like. Pokemon Special, Pokemon Adventures to you English readers, is a manga series that features more around the games, of course. The story's a bit different from the game, such as a plot line about the Elite Four being evil. The manga's about Red, not Ash, or Satoshi. Each generation, the cast changes, so it's not always about Red. Next, Gold and Silver's about Gold, and so on. Pokemon die in this. Yeah, they kill Pokemon off, and the plot gets a lot off. So I just thought I'd bring that up. Pokemon was that damn popular. It got a musical that unfortunately was due to come to the UK, but due to low ticket sales, never happened.
They weren't
In the UK.
advertising to the right people.
Yeah, I know. But I do have the trailer for it, so we shall watch.
Attention Pokemon fans, get ready for Pokemon Live on Fox Theater. Now characters come to life in this on stage. Pokemon with amazing powers. You can meet Brock, Misty, Ash, and of course Pikachu. It's the action Fox Theater. Wanna catch 'em all? Gotta catch it live. Pokemon Live.
For research, I decided to watch a canned copy of this, and Amy can vouch for this. Amy, how bad was it?
Terrible.
It was terrible.
So torture and drug.
Yeah, it really is. Unfortunately, there's not a good copy of it, and there's a YouTuber trying to find a good copy of it. It's actually one of the many things we're trying to find in Lost Media wikis, on about pet projects there to find a good copy of it. Yeah, literally, they sort of, the first scene, they sort of wheel all these Pokemon in, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, this is terrible. And then sort of Team Rocket have a dance number. But no, the actual Team Rocket have really been funny in it, so I would have still loved to have seen it as a kid. Just think. Right. But now with the rest of the world. Nintendo did almost pour Power Rangers, or Super Sentai when it came over here. Power Rangers was based on a Japanese show, and we did some panels on that at our conventions. There was a lot of changes, such as they used American actors, and Americanized it. And they kind of wanted to do the Pokemon. They're like, the kids aren't going to like. They're like robots more. Make them robots and stuff. But they went, no, we believe in this game. So it did eventually come out in the US, pretty much untouched, except for the odd little translation. Instead of speaking what happened, this kind of Frankenstein, the red, green, and blue Japanese versions. Essentially, what they did, our red and blue are these two games, but with the graphics from blue, so we didn't get those really horrible sprites that the Japanese have put up in the original release. So it kind of does mean we never got a green version, but the versions are slightly different. There's different trades, and there's a few glitches in the Japanese versions that aren't in the English.
Go on the web,
versions.
you can probably find them.
Yes.
Are any of them really cool?
You can beat the game in the original version like in 1 minute. That's like
A minute.
But I want to talk about Pokemon Mania over here because I don't think a lot of videos talk about how it happened in the States. And I mean, there was actually some really interesting stuff that went down in this country. Pokemon first made its first appearance in this country on the 29th of March 1999, where it was aired on Sky 1, which seems quite weird because Sky 1 don't show any kids shows. This is where I first found Pokemon, the anime of course. I knew of the game due to this. Nintendo magazine, but would not shut up about it and say this was like the best release spread. Me and my friend Michael got so excited about it, we actually managed to import a version from America. So we had Pokemon like 7 months before anyone else. We were like the coolest kids in school.
Got my dad twice.
Yeah. But it's weird because it wasn't until October 5th that year that they bothered releasing the games. But the toys came out before. I tell you, remember going to shop and see Pokemon toys for the first time. One of the main heroes. There are Pokemon toys in the sky, but back in these days, terrestrial was more of a thing, and ITV likes. And they started showing it on a little show called SMTV Live. That, to my understanding, was kind of struggling due to being up against Lion Kicking. That literally had spent years being a really popular Saturday morning show. SMTV Live got the rights to Pokemon, and essentially it would soon change the fate of the show.
No, she's using this line just to make me look bad, so I'll have to apologise.
I actually used to pretend crybaby, just to try and observe. I've never had kids now!
Listen, look, I apologise. I'm a free shot, that was right in my teeth. These are crowns. I defend myself with the alternate girly Pokemon. I choose Brian.
Actually, notice something interesting. This song they're singing, no jokes, in the English dub, the ending theme to the second music, the song they're about to sing. They sort of just stuck it on the end of the movie.
Come on, guys.
Even though it makes no sense. It doesn't fit the theme of the movie. Crying Without Me. I'm going to try to make the rest of my thing. When the first started, they'd always have a Pokemon battle, and Candy would start off with their beat Ash and Gary. And then one week she goes, I stole their costumes, so there's nothing they can do. Antoinette then comes out that second versus Jessie and Misty. I am so annoyed I could not find the episode. Every episode after that, it was Ash and Misty and Gary instead. They just went screw it. So that wasn't the only thing they did in it. So they didn't have one sketch about Pokemon. They had two. And we'll take a look at it.
Nice, friendly banter in a restaurant. It's brilliant, isn't it? Much better than those rubbish pauper raps we used to do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't you agree?
Hate them.
I thought that was rubbish. I thought it was absolutely, completely, fully about Rica's place.
Get out, you Philistines! You
thing about this was you actually could send your videos in of you actually singing it. And I'm very excited to say that I did one. Unfortunately, it was lost to the Standard Times. But don't worry, I decided me and my friend Michael would film a new one. But it turns out he moved to Japan, so that's a bit hard. So we don't get any music.
Improv!
Improv. Pikachu.
That's the most team
So,
story.
thanks to Pokemon and S&T Live Party, this helped really launch the career of Beth and Capini, who still all have careers today. I mean, quite good careers. I mean, all three of them are still regularly on TV and actually host some pretty big shows. I mean, Antoinette are probably two of the most loved TV presenters on. And essentially, I feel Pokemon was the thing. Even though they have openly admittedly said they don't like Pokemon very much. They thought it was horrible. But I feel the sense, you know, they were like, well, that gets the kids in, you know, we can show them how funny we are. And I think Tess Daly was also on some TV Live, and she was also someone who had a very good career. I'm making this panel, this actually came up. Antoinette wants to do an SMTV Live reunion. Kathy's come out to say she's cool with it. All they've said is they want it to be at 9:25 for the 20th anniversary. Who knows, they may show Pokemon because ITV still own the rights to show Pokemon, so I'm hoping something will come of that. Even if it's just for one night. Also, they showed it on and they also showed it on CITV, but no one from that had a career. And then after that, I realised actually one of them went on to become a radio presenter that I remember actually listening to. So I just wanted to use that picture. So right, unfortunately, I was really annoyed I could not find videos of this. The BBC, of course, had screwed up and spoken of. So essentially, what they kind of did was they're like, well, we can jump on this bandwagon. The popular show News Round, his new favourite subject matter was Pokemon this and Pokemon that. And our good friend here, Lisa, that I was lucky enough to meet once, literally most episodes, they would talk about Pokemon. They'd be like, oh man, people are like getting Pokemon cards stolen, or oh man, there's like a new Pokemon movie coming out, oh man, there's a new Pokemon game coming out. So it's sort of like BBC's way of trying to sneak in. They kind of went full, let's try and fight them at their own game. Lyman Kickin, who had been the king of Saturday morning TV for kids, decided, we'll fight back, we'll get our own Pokemans. And they just started doing one Anime Monster Muncher. That, from what I've seen of it, actually, I didn't see a lot of it because it was on the same time Pokemon, so it had that problem. So,
Not biased.
not bad. But I've actually seen a lot of it, and it actually does look a good show. And it was good that something like this also got to be a show due to its popularity. But it didn't just stop there.
I think
Yeah,
he's fixing the audio.
And remember, he has a career. The one on the right actually had a career, so that's why I was like, that joke doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yes, they are digital monsters on an adventure of a lifetime. It's digital every Wednesday at 5 to 4.
So,
Also got a team this afternoon live.
So
We're going to have some
CITV took this opportunity to actually show a lot more anime. I mean, this is not the first time anime has been shown in UK TV, and this is only a few examples. But a lot of the shows that were shown were more, they were normally partly made. Stuff like Alfred J. Quack, I think, was made partly with Germany, Cities of Gold made in part with France. Moon's on the far side there. That was actually based on a book from Finland.
I think it was also French co-production.
I think it is also French. But these were more, they weren't partly made in Japan, but these were more, of course, they had interests from Europe, so essentially wider object. These are all very good series, by the way, that's why I brought them up. But there's more led to, I would say, CITV just going pure, you know, we're going to show more pure anime, you know, more actual, you know, fully made anime. Of course, as you see there, they started showing Digimon. They started pairing Pokemon and Digimon, which is interesting. In America, the total opposite happened. Another company bought Digimon and was put up against. Right, in England, Pokemon and Digimon were essentially like friends, tag buddies. ITV would also buy rights to the anime card captors that Not a very good dub, but it introduced us to the world of card captors. They also showed the Sailor Moon anime, but like dropped it after like 30 days. But
They put it on like really early in the morning.
yeah, they did. I mean, that's like one time I see it, I was like, what the hell is this? Like this show about these girls being...
It was too early for me.
Yeah, I feel it was a bit too early. It's a shame because card captors I remember doing pretty well. They actually showed that at a pretty decent time because Amy was a big card captor, didn't they? It was like after school. I mean, I think they were due to show it. I remember the one time. Yeah, they did definitely show after school. I think they showed it on Nickelodeon as well. It's kind of weird. Pokemon got many spin-off games due to top characters. So I've just got a few here. There are so many to talk about. Pokemon Pinball, that was a pinball game. Pokemon Stadium, that was a game that came with a little thing to put your Game Boy game in there, and you could actually fight Pokemon in 3D. Pokemon
Did
Snap.
you have those in like your local Burger King Pokemon
Yes,
machines?
everyone had one in their local Burger King. Pokemon Snap, that was more. It was almost like this. You took photos of Pokemon, but it was almost like a shooter without it being a shooter. Really good game there. The Mystery Dungeon series, that is another set of Pokemon RPGs. And the really obscure, Hey You Pikachu, they never got released over here because Nintendo hates us and it was But Anton did actually talk because there was an episode of SNTV Live, they actually went to Japan and like, oh my god, we found this game where you can talk to Pikachu and we're going to go, Pikachu, Pikachu. I'm like, stop mocking us, Anton Deck. There is a very popular card game, and I have to bring this up because back in the day, honestly God, everyone's pocket money went Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big player of the Pokemon card game, so I'm not, but I wanted to bring it up because I feel it's been injustice, not just to bring it up. There was plenty of more Pokemon merchandise, including the Pokedex that Amy bought me one for the card itself recently.
That was my school couch.
Yes. There was Pikachu figurines. They were all in the shop ready for Christmas 1999. There was even a whole shop dedicated to Pokemon, but unfortunately, it's only in Japan.
Well,
There's there's like pretty much one in every major city. I've been lucky enough to go on to the ones in Tokyo. They're very big. Who's been to Pokemon Center in Japan? They're really big, aren't they? They're really big. They're like a Disney store park. So this is when Gen 2 was starting to be developed. This is actually the very early design for the starters. And you notice there's only one of them kind of looks like Pokemon Gen 2. This was released in 1999 in Japan, and we got screwed over again. It was released 2 years later over here because it hates us. For the first time, you actually could play as a boy or girl in the Crystal version. That was the enhanced version. The game is set into Kanto. That is Johto. That was set. That led to Kanto. That was the remix instead of the starter. There was 101 new Pokemon. Plus, you could get a lot of the older ones. In this game, you're fighting Team Rocket again. And now Pokemon actually had a gender, so you could beat them. Because in the first game, they had no gender unless you had an arena around now. These are two protagonists, Silver and Gold. I believe his name's Ethan, but I always call him Gold. Silver actually has quite an interest in, he actually steals his first Pokemon, and is actually quite a big dick the entire game. He actually has a quite interesting backstory. It turns out, after the remake of it, actually officially revealed he's actually Giovanni's son. So, and it's actually canon. There was always rumours. In the manga it was always that, but they actually made it canon. So you can see that is the main character, and next to him is the female variation that you play as. We got our 3 starters.
Don't make me choose.
Don't really choose again. But we had a lot of new Pokemon. We now had Pokemon that were like unevolved forms of Pokemon that already existed, the baby Pokemon. We had new evolutions for other Pokemon, and then we just had flat out new Pokemon. This Pokemon on the far side would be very tourist, known as Peekaboo by a lot of people, and a lot of fun rumours started up. Next game in the series will be Gen 3. As Jordan said, was meant to be the last game, Game Freak were kind of like, we're over Pokemon, we don't want to make Pokemon anymore. But Nintendo said, it makes money, so you're making more of it. And they've been stuck in that situation since that day. They did want to play around with it. They said, well, maybe we'll have it that you can have more than 4 moves. Maybe have like 6 moves. Or maybe have 8 different Pokemon. But in the end, I feel like they went more with the safe option and kept just an enhanced version of what. Set in the Hurren region that is famous for its horns. This time we didn't have as much of a screw over. We actually had a pretty fast release. This time you fought against two teams at Panelmon. Character you didn't pick as the male or female, actually, if you pick the male, the female character actually becomes a rival in your game, as in Gold and Silver or Crystal. They just never show up again. This is the only game you can't transfer previous Pokemon to because they weren't expected to make this one. And as it was too much a jump in technology, there was no way to change it. This was also the first Pokemon game on the Game Boy Advance in the main series. And the only one actually, except for. If you didn't pick them up, you're mad. These are the three main characters. These two are the 2D players. And you had this little guy who was just like, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to change it up a bit. Like the last two rivals are like dicks. I'm kind of sick. Here's my point. As you said, they wanted more the feature of the two different games to change a bit. So depending which version, each team would actually play a more bigger role. So if you chose Ruby, Aqua, Magma, Aqua would do more, and essentially it gave you more reason to play both games. Essentially, the story changed slightly.
And also some of the games, some of the Pokemon you can't get in the other.
Yeah, of course, as I said before, some of the Pokemon you can't. After this, they actually made a Gen 1 remake. Fire Red and Leaf Green, you know, Fire and Leaf Green. There's also a Gen 2 and Gen 3 remake. This is more to get the Pokemon you couldn't get in the previous games because you couldn't trade them from the previous game. This was a way to actually get those Pokemon into the games. Essentially, it's a remake. It's pretty much a flat remake, but with better graphics from the original two games. Also, Gen 2 and Gen 3 would later also receive their own updates on the consoles. Gen 4 would be done in hell. My least favourite generation. But it was the generation before we got. I didn't play the Gen 3. The only one I've never played out of the box.
Boo!
I know.
It's the best.
I know there's people like it. This is the first game on the DS, set in the Shorin region, and you fight Team Galactic, who are worst team.
Galactic right here!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't shit talk other people. These are those two your two playable characters, and then you got this annoying brat who's just following you around. And those are your three starters at the front, and that's the best one.
Yes,
In my opinion.
Blob was best.
I'm sorry, his opinions. I'm sorry. Black and White, we didn't have to wait as long. It's the first game in the series to actually have a direct sequel, Black and White 2. You fight N and Team Plasma, and N is like one of my favourite villains. Not my favourite villain, because I think that's one. Set in Onaha, that was actually based on the US, as all the other regions have been based on Japan. And this is the most they've ever added to a Pokemon game. They actually had more Pokemon Gen 1 for 156. They I think it was kind of trying to be a soft reboot. Didn't quite work. People want to deal with Pokemon back. They're your characters there, and they're the starters. And they're your two rivals that actually I do like quite a lot. Because in the second game, there's of course Pokemon Peter and their Lord and Saviour. And in the second game, the two rivals from the first one have one's become a gym leader and one's now assistant. There's two new characters, like the same region, and the story sets off 2 years after the original game. Then we're on Gen 6, X and Y. Released everyone on the same day. Now we're based on the Kalos region, it's based on France. You type King Flair and their epic orange suits. Mega Evolutions are added, and the first game on the 3DS. Mega Evolutions was a temporary form of evolution that essentially you can use your Mega Stone and your Pokemon will temporarily become really powerful, but you only could use it once for battle and your Pokemon will go back to it. You couldn't ever leave. Yes, it's time to go. Well, I'm literally just got on the last gen. I'm just going to quickly, there was Pokemon Go and that literally, unfortunately, have to finish that there because we got to keep to a tight deadline. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I really wasn't expecting this to be